Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ladies, understand something. The top end of a woman's weight is 145 pounds. Okay. My mother's 5'9", and she was 145 pounds until she was 50. That's the top end of your weight, because there should be about a 40-pound difference between you and men.
Basically, if the guy is rich, what ends up happening is the lawyer contacts the person and be like, hey, you know, your name gonna be all in the paper, so you might as well just settle out of court.
I can recognize talent. Even if I don't agree with the politics, a lot of the politics that was underlying in the show and some of the sentiments he was trying to share, I recognize artistry when an artist is present.
Yes, this is the definition of absolutely cooked. We'll never go back and take a look at her bad decision and take accountability for any of that.
Because there is powerful people in the industry, somehow there is a different law that applies to them. And I agree with that assessment.
What's going on, man? Hey, we up early. We up early. We up before the birds. Blessings to y'all, man. The late night crew. Y'all probably on a graveyard shift. Maybe you just can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. That's one of them situations I'm in right now. I couldn't rest. It just didn't feel right. This is something that I want to address. It's actually two things that I want to address while it's on my spirit. First, the entire WWE situation, and then secondly, the comedian Reggie Carroll losing his life. For as long as I've been a wrestling fan, and I haven't watched in, I don't know, 2 years, maybe almost 3. I grew up in what I define as the greatest time for kids and adults. There will never be another era like the Attitude or the Ruthless Aggression. The things that they did back then compared to now, there is no argument. This generation now, if y'all want to have a debate about it, you can argue with yourself. I'll never argue about what time period was better than the next. There's things now in 2025 that is being done differently than what was being done then that I would have loved to see applied. But the overall packaging of 2025 versus 97, 96, there is no comparisons. None. I say all that to say this. Triple H, Vince McMahon, The Rock, Stephanie, Shane, whoever right now is in a position of power, making the calls, whoever's making the deals. I've been following, but I haven't been following. Y'all been going from network to network, network to network. When I was growing up, it was UPN, it was USA. Then you niggas start going to off-brand shit. I can't even pronounce the name because I don't remember it. Y'all started bouncing from channel to channel, competing with WCW, taking time slots, trying to air at the same time as your competition. Y'all did everything. And I couldn't stand that shit. I hated the fact that you were doing that. Why the hell are you consistently switching from place to place? Stay where you are. Y'all got greedy. You got greedy. The quality of the product started to get watered down. And the more the product started getting watered down, the more you started switching from station to station. And all of this is over the fact that the PG era came. You couldn't put the same level of content out that you were putting out in the early 90s, leading into 2001 and 2. And that shit just, it really disappointed me as a fan. I can't watch it anymore. And I'm going to tell you, from what I'm understanding, if this is true and you're about to jump again from Peacock to something else, good luck. You're about to lose a lot more. Y'all so greedy for that money that you forget about your audience. You think everybody's going to be able to pay $30? Yeah, so you go from free on USA to Netflix. That's what, $20 something a month. You had the WWE app. I never fucked with it. Peacock, etc., etc. Your pay-per-views back in the day were $50, $60, depending on some of them. Now you're trying to take this shit to what, $30? You want people to pay $30 to watch Raw and SmackDown? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You're going to get people that's going to do it. But you're about to lose a lot of folks. Everybody can't afford $30 a month, my nigga. Y'all tripping. And on top of that, me looking at this from an old head, we had Stone Cold, we had The Rock, we had The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, fucking Bret Hart, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, Hogan, Goldust, the Legion of Doom. Y'all ain't got that shit. You ain't got none of that. You don't have anything that would keep me there spending $30. If this was back then, you might have had an argument. You absolutely would have had an argument. This right here ain't it. Not for me. Your writing is trash. Your storylines are trash. Your champions are trash. Overworked, overhyped. You don't fuck with the black wrestlers. You don't treat them with respect at all. You shitted on the ones that really deserve to get pushed. You sent them off to AEW and to Ring of Honor and every other wrestling brand that there's to offer out there. Now you want to charge more for people to watch your shit. Yeah. I'm glad I got out when I did. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. And I feel I feel extremely blessed and privileged, even though, it's just sports entertainment and it's not real and blah, 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 blah. My childhood was molded somewhat by this. You used to look forward to Mondays, Saturdays, Sundays, Thursdays. We used to get excited to see what was going to happen after the Raw went off because they always left you on cliffhangers. This ain't the same thing that we had. There's nothing about this shit now that would make me come out of my pocket to spend $30 on this. This is a money grab for y'all, and I get it. But between the crap that's on Vince McMahon, and don't even get me started on the Brock Lesnar shit. Brock and Vince and these allegations surrounding some female, and y'all still let Brock come in and make a return against John Cena by his request. All that, y'all got too much bad juju on y'all. Ain't no way in the world I'm about to support this or advocate for it. You done lost your everlasting mind. And I mean that with all sincerity. You niggas, y'all done backstab people. You done betray people. You done lied on people. You done got people fired. You done did wrong by your employees. You think that we don't pay attention? We're not watching how y'all handle your staff? Y'all haven't cared about y'all product in years, man. Let's be real about it. You have not given a shit about the quality of your product in a very long time. Anybody who sits here and says wrestling now is better than what it was is lying to you. Absolutely lying. Absolutely. Children are watching this. And parents are taking children to go watch this. The children, all they know is this right now. I don't even know who is who anymore. I know of Seth. I know Cena's still on his retirement run. CM Punk is around. I remember a few faces that's still there. Natalia, old ass, is still there. She should have been went on about her way. But for the most part, put your roster now in 2025 against the attitude and ruthless aggression era. There is no comparison. The wrestling doesn't have the same feel. The in-ring storytelling doesn't have the same ring to it. None of it is the same. I could understand if you did what happened in 97 and you expanded on it. All you did was make more websites, create some video games, some apps. You didn't really do anything as in terms of the quality of the championship titles, the groups, the tag teams, developing characters that don't replicate folks that have died already. Everybody is Stone Cold or Triple H or The Rock or Vince McMahon, or you're just using these people to do what lazy, absolutely lazy work. I'm disappointed, actually. And I'm not knocking nobody. If you want to watch it, go ahead. I'm not saying it's garbage. I didn't say it's, well, put it this way. For me personally, it's bizarre. It is. But that's just me. Now, my standards are different. What I'm looking for is different. What I require as a fan, maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe I'm just spoiled. We had too much. We got absolutely too many awesome matches. I would rather spend the next 10 years rewatching wrestling from back then to now. Matter of fact, that's what I do anyway. I'll pick up from any feud back then and I'll be good. Stone Cold Triple H feud, Stone Cold Undertaker feud, Undertaker and the Ministry, Kane making his debut, Hell in a Cell, Kurt Angle versus Brock, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Y'all don't know nothing about that. One thing I do like about this, I can go back in time at any given moment and watch all that for free. Just go on YouTube. I'm straight. I would never pay $30 a month for the quality of programming that you are putting out today. It's not happening. These kids don't understand. They could never understand what we enjoyed. The excitement, the anticipation, jumping off the bed, hanging off of shit, doing the rock bottom and the F5 and wrestling with our siblings. They'll never know the excitement of the cliffhanger era. They'll never know what it was like to see Owen Hart in the ring, the British Bulldog, Steve Blackman, Chris Jericho's debut, Booker T and Stone Cold in the grocery store. Nah. We were spoiled. We got way too much, and it might have came at the cost of some things, but I didn't know nothing about it then. We didn't have cheat sheets and people snitching and telling everything that was happening. We didn't have all that. We were innocent. We just wanted good quality programming. Y'all just don't understand. You'll never appreciate or be able to comprehend the level of fun we had. This was the time. It's like I wish we could jump in a time machine and go back and relive all of that over. That would be hella dope. Now we older, and a lot of people are like me. We're hella picky. Hella picky. There's people who are more into wrestling than I am, and they talk about kayfabe, spots, botches. They're more like locked in. I am locked in, but I'm not locked in like them. They done been to events. I've been to one. They've been backstage. They done shook hands with people. People have driven and flown to go to these events. I have only been to one. Haven't met a single wrestler, but I had my own experience from 87 to 20, 21, 22. After that, I said, fuck it. I can't do it no more. You guys are greedy. You're not in it for the quality of the show. You're not in it for the people. All y'all care about is the money now. This ain't gonna go over well for y'all at all. It's not gonna look good. I don't know if y'all looking at these comment sections. They're not in your favor. You're gonna do good for a little bit, but technology has a way of biting you in the ass, because when there's a will, there's a way. And if there's a way to watch this without having to pay all of that money, people are going to do it. Absolutely. How long they're going to be able to get away with it? That's further down the line. So yeah, good luck with that. The other thing that I wanted to address real quick too, while I'm here, because I just found out that this shit is weird to me. I'm not gonna hold you. I often think evil begets evil. When you do bad, you're met with bad. Like happy people who aren't out here doing like dirty, foul shit to people, they're the ones that should be getting spared and elevated. Just, I don't know. This doesn't seem like one of them situations. So let me go ahead and read this off real quick. South Haven police have identified Baltimore comedian Reginald Carroll as the victim in a fatal shooting that occurred Wednesday night. According to police, officers responded to Burton Lane regarding a shooting, where they found a man suffering from gunshot wounds. Despite life-saving efforts, Mr. Carroll died from his injuries. The department stated one male is in custody and has been charged with the murder of Mr. Carroll. Let me get this straight. A person whose only job is to make you laugh make you smile. You pay your hard-earned money to go to these comedy clubs to take your mind off of life, take your mind off the stresses of the world, unwind. You telling me you go to these places with the intentions of being disruptive? I get heckles. I get folks who just want attention. But you really telling me that y'all go to the comedy club to be miserable and sensitive? You telling me a man lost his life for being a comedian? We just can't have nothing. We can't do shit. We can't even laugh anymore. Y'all don't, my nigga, like, damn, y'all don't want us to laugh. We can't smile. We can't be happy. What do you want from us, man? You want us all to be fucking miserable like you? Broken like you? Jealous and envious like you? If I'm spending $100, $200 to go to a comedy club, I'm going to enjoy myself. I want to laugh. I want to laugh. I don't care if you're making jokes about me. I want to laugh. I know what it is when I go here. I understand what this is. Y'all going to the comedy club to make everybody else's experience horrible? Why didn't you just stay home with that bullshit? Why would you take that shit somewhere else? Put a family in a position where they're going to have to bury their child, their cousins, their husbands, and all that, all over the fact that you are weak. You can't control your attitude or your anger. You're bitter. You're just all over the fucking place. Why would you do that? You can't take a joke. You shouldn't be sitting in the front seat. If you sensitive, you damn sure should not be at a comedy event. My condolences to the family, the friends. My condolences to the comedians out there. That's y'all whole world. Some of y'all travel by yourself to these places. Some of you aren't even making real money off that shit. Some of you are just opening acts for people. Some of you are just getting your feet in the door. And then you got to be met with miserable ass men who don't know how to take a joke, or they're just there to ruin everybody else's time. Y'all got to deal with headaches and all. You're just trying to make a way for yourself. And these miserable ass motherfuckers out here, they don't have nothing better to do to ruin that experience. And like, come on, man, what are y'all doing? It's a fucking comedy show. These are comedians. They're paid to make you laugh. What more do you want? Am I just supposed to be broken and run down? Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? That man should be alive right now, doing more shows. He should have another chance. He should have another opportunity. And Lord, please, Lord, please. We all got freedom to choose and do what we want. I understand. It's like, man, come on. Some of these people shouldn't even be walking freely on this earth. They should be behind bars, man. You need your head examined. They got them, and that's great. We should have never gotten here though in the first place. Though there's nothing that serious. How do you end up shooting somebody at a comedy event, a place where you're supposed to melt away all of your drama and problems? That's supposed to be the one place where you don't give a shit about nothing that's going on in the world. The one place you just let your hair down, you have a drink or two, and you just cut it up. And then once you leave from there, you go back and you deal with life. There's no reason, nor is there any excuse. Nothing that can convince me that a man should have lost his life at a comedy event. That got into an argument? Did you not like something he said about drug dealers? What was it? You lost your temper? You're cool? You how old? Oh, right. You're an adult. Which means you're old enough to know right from wrong. You are old enough to know that you can actually walk away. You don't have to stay there. You could easily just say, I'm going to be the bigger person here. I might not agree with what you're saying. I might not even like what you're saying. Maybe I don't think that you're that funny. Maybe this is getting too heated and we need to de-escalate the problem. No, that's not even an option for folks who walk worldly. And your soul is wrapped up in proving that your ego matters more than the quality of life. Shit don't make no sense, man. None. You gotta be prayed up, going everywhere, grocery shopping, taking a number 2, on a job, on the road, walking, having conversations, pray. Pray about all of it. Matter of fact, it's to the point to where I'm going to pray before the stream. I'm going to pray after the stream. I'm going to pray before I pick up a phone call. I'm just about to pray about all of it, because y'all losing y'all mind out here. Real talk. And you really felt that much rage over a joke, if that's what the issue was, fight. Why shoot somebody? Telling you, man, the level of evil out here is getting more and more insufferable. Another black man is gone. Black people don't really like black people. It don't really seem like we like each other at all, for real, for real. It don't. Because why are we constantly killing each other, making ourselves look like idiots and fools for the rest of the world? Performing to look like idiots to everybody else. We're evil, we're wicked, we're black, we're dark, we're dangerous, we're thieves. All we do is destroy everything we come into contact with. My condolences, my deepest sympathy for these people. I hate the fact that we are here. This is what we got. This is what we have to deal with in 2025, moving forward into the future. More and more, we see men acting like women and women acting like men. None of y'all know how to conduct yourself like adults. None of y'all know how to move properly. Everybody is acting like they're still in high school. It's pathetic. You're wasting your time, your energy. You're pouring into the wrong things. Your concern is absolutely abhorrent. And you should be worried about getting your spiritual house in order and healing and making amends with God and your family and friends, and building and creating something that's going to last longer after you leave this earth. You shouldn't be walking around with no type of malice in you whatsoever. I ain't trying to have hatred towards nobody. I ain't trying to feel no type of resentment towards nobody. I ain't got the time or the energy for any of that. You can keep all of that. This is it. This is all we got left. After this, there is no returning here. I don't want to be in a space where God look at me and I don't know you. I'm not usually up this early, but I know folks be up this early. Some of y'all are in different parts of the world. So here is what? It's 3 a.m. wherever you are, it might be 7 in the morning, it might be 12 in the afternoon. Your day already done started, or it's probably getting ready to end. So shout out to everybody, man, for locking in. I'm not doing any streaming after this one today. Something told me to jump on here. I'm scrolling and I see a comedian has lost his life. A comedian. If you were to say a drug dealer or a baby daddy or some shit like that, I would have been like, here we go again. But a comedian, someone who's supposed to be a happy person, even though I know that's not always the case. I understand it. But like, come on, bro. And then this whole thing with WWE. If anybody watches the replay of this stream, leave me a comment. How do you feel about WWE going from $2 to $30? How do you feel about WWE and the quality of product that they put out? Do you still watch it? Do you enjoy it? Are you done with it? Are you going to pay the $30? I'm just curious. I just want to know where people stand with it. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all night, evening, morning, wherever you are. If you're following me on any of these platforms, shoot me a message. We'll chop it up. If you're not following me, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link's in the bio. I'm gonna take the day to get my mind right, to rest, and I will see you guys Monday, Lord willing. You dig? Yeah, I didn't do no real intro. This is too early for it. But I'm gonna definitely wrap with y'all soon. Peace.